Hey y'all, welcome back to Reality Check Please. I'm your host Cassie and happy Wednesday. You guys, I had already recorded this video. It is so annoying. Something was wrong with the audio, so I'm here doing it again. But we are back to talk about Love Island Games episode 1. Drop all your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you are new here, welcome. We talk reality TV, pop culture, current events, Jesus talk. We talk about it all. So welcome on in. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers and I can only do that with y'all's help. Let's go. You guys, so what do we think of Love Island Games episode 1? Honestly, I want to talk about all the little things. I want to talk about one, the prize. It what quadrupled since the first one. I or doubled. I don't know. I only watched a few episodes of season 1 to kind of get the gist of what I'm gonna be expecting. However, I already feel like it's so much different. Um, from the prize to the way that they're coupling up, people are already also saying, why does this feel like Love Island regular season, like Love Island USA and not games? I personally think it's because people are trying to scrub away our memory of season 7 because it was a train wreck and a dumpster fire. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I wanted to also talk about our predictions. What did we talk about yesterday? We talked about, I said, let's predict, let's couple up these islanders based off of just their looks. Again, I did not know half of these people or more than half of these people that were walking in. I only watched season 6 and 7 of USA and the most recent Love Island UK. I knew just a tiny handful. So I predicted that Andrea and Josh were going to couple up, and we got that couple. I predicted Andreina and Mare because he resembles Jeremiah, and that was not true. She coupled up with Tyreek. I predicted Garby and Tyreek, and again, a bust. I predicted KK and Chris, and that's a win. I predicted Lucinda and Kendall, and although they did not couple up together, they do have chemistry because I saw how excited she was when he walked in. So much so that the other Islanders even caught what they were giving out. And last but not least, I also paired up Nicola and Isaiah. Honestly, that's 3 out of 6. Not that bad. We got 50-50. I thought that they were going to get picked based off of their compatibility, and not even compatibility, based off of their first challenge. Is that not how, am I remembering it wrong? Is that not how Love Island Games last season did it? Did they not pick based off of who they chose in their compatibility challenge? So again, it gives these Islanders more of a hand to play with when they get to choose who they want to couple up with. Although, yes, now that they announced that they are getting a bigger prize, now they have to weigh out, do I play for love or do I play for strategy and take home the win? I thought they were going to play more for strategy because they were all talking about, like, yes, strategy this, strategy that. Now that there's more money on the table and they're all going to be playing for money. The thing that I like about games is that they don't have to sugarcoat, I'm here for love. I'm here to be the end of this. I wanted something genuine. No, because at the end of the day, we have to remember this is a game. It is more of a game show than it is a love show. I think the love is just kind of like a cherry on top. But they moved the complete opposite. We saw Garby and Chris be at the top, of the leaderboard for the boys and the girls, and they both chose to not couple up with each other. At the end of the day, everyone did not get coupled up with based off of how they ranked. Do you like the way that they did this? I'm not sure if I do. I also, one thing I could have done without was their whole intro. I think the intros take forever. It drags. Yes, we could have fast forwarded it, but you don't want to miss sometimes conversations that are had. I figured they already gave us the intro and who these people were when they dropped the original cast video and they announced it on social media. Why am I watching it again? Let them walk in, mingle, and then let's move on. But I don't know. That's just Love Island editing, I guess. I want to talk about first impressions. We're going to jam pack this video with a lot of information. And for the most part, I loved everyone except two people. I did not like Tyreek and I did not like Solen. I know that people were saying to watch out for these two people in our comment section because I guess obviously people actually know them and have watched their shows prior. These are new people to me. I don't know anything other than what some of the viewers have told us already online. But yeah, I did not appreciate, although Josh can't be upset. He ended up finding the hearts for Tyreek. Tyreek then did not go about it. I think he was just too cocky for me. I did not like the way that he just went about everything. When Josh kind of pointed it out, you only won because I found the hearts for you. He said, yeah, well, the win is a win. Okay, yeah, but you're not going to have Josh by your side the rest of the season. So I think that if anything, they're just going to show us whether he can live up to, winning or if he can't. So I actually liked Josh. I appreciated it and respected the fact that he told Tyreek to his face, you only won because of me. And he was kind of very cutthroat with him and very, anything that he was going to say behind his back, he already said it to his face. So I appreciate Josh. I also don't like Solen, not because of what people told me, but because of the way she just kind of like handled herself. You're already coming in as a bombshell. You're already coming in, intimidating the women. The way that she When she chose to couple up with Mare, after Mare was kinda, like, avoiding her to begin with, when she walked around and she said, "What, you're not gonna look at me?" And he says, "No, I'm just looking around." And she's like, "Okay, well, look, continue to look around." That I thought was very cheeky. It would have been more cheeky if she did not pick him, but the fact that she went back to him kinda confused me. I was like, "You're obviously doing it to prove a point. You know that he doesn't wanna be with you, so let's ruin up the relationship." He probably thought, "I wanna stay in my couple. I'm not gonna have eye contact with her. I'm gonna probably ignore her so that she doesn't choose me." And then what happened? Boom, she chose him. And so I guess she played her cards the way she wanted to. But then what I could have done without was the fact that when she was putting the heartbreak necklace over Lucinda, she says, "Oh, look, it matches your outfit." Oh my God. I was like, you know what? Get this woman off of my island. Immediate dumping from her. Like, I could have done without that cheeky remark. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I want to finish this off with the polls. If you have not gone over to Love Island USA, the app, they did some polls for us and I voted and I want to bring you guys along for the answers. So the first, they actually dropped one after I voted and it was just like morning after the review. Did the premiere deliver? How many stars do you give it? I gave it a 4 out of 5 and that's where it honestly it ranks. The next poll was who do you think was the MVP of the premiere? I voted Garby and she is still leading the pack right now with 21%. Everyone else is with like 15 and under. So she honestly came in hot and I'm here for it. I think she can honestly take the win. The second poll was new steals. We have new couples, rank them again. So now we got to rank the new couples after Charlie and Solen stole their girl or their guy. And so at top we have Garby and Kendall, KK and Chris, Andreina and Tyreek, Andrea and Charlie, Nicola and Isaiah, and Solen and Mare. Honestly, I would switch Andreina and Tyreek because you already know that I do not like Tyreek. However, I think that for the most part, I would probably even move love him or hate him. Chris is good at what he does. He's a player. Someone said, well, at least he is now playing overseas. He's just not playing ball. And that is actually true. This man is playing overseas. We've got this man playing Love Island games in Fiji. So I guess he rewrote his own story, but that was the second poll. The third poll was who would you like to see Charlie steal? I said Lucinda and everyone else did too. She is still sitting at a 34%. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this after I revealed the last poll, which was who would you like to see Solen steal? And everyone chose Isaiah. Honestly, I think that Charlie would have picked Lucinda had Charlie picked first. He only chose Andrea because Solen chose first and she chose Mare. You could have not broken up that couple, then it would have defeated. Everyone would have just been, I guess, recoupled, kind of like just added a seventh couple, and it doesn't work that way. So I'm happy. I'm happy with these polls because it just further proves that I think that Andrea was Charlie's second. And not to say that that's a bad thing. Andrea's a beautiful girl. I want Josh to stay in the race. I want him to beat Tyreek. I also love Lucinda. It broke my heart when she said, when she got, the heartbreak necklace over her and she said, maybe this is not for me, like this game. And I was like, oh my God, my heart, because she was the one that was coming in from the very beginning saying, like, I'm here to find a husband. So she is still very much like in Love Island world versus Love Island games. And no shade and no, that's not a bad thing because she's there for genuine intention. She's not just there for the money. She's there to find someone. And so if she can have her cake and eat it too, then so be it. But I think that Solen is just going to play the game, given what we know about her, given what the viewers of Below Deck and the Love Island Games fans have had to say about her. So love her or hate her, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I think that I'm excited for tonight. Are we happy with the recouples? Are we happy with the people that are at the bottom? They have a chance to redeem themselves if they do the duel. Duel, right? Yeah, they're going to challenge them to a duel. But from what we saw in the preview for tonight, on last night, is that they can only hand off their necklace if they win the challenge. So we shall see. I hope to keep Josh and Lucinda in, but I also want to keep Charlie in. So it's difficult, but pop off in the comment sections. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you guys later for another reality check. Bye, y'all. Happy Wednesday.